Thokozani, Thokozani, Thokozani.
Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's not your first time tuning in, shock up, what's up? But if it's your first time, welcome. Hopefully you too will get to be part of this channel by liking, subscribing and commenting down below. Not forgetting to share on all your social media platforms. We're on the road to 3K, and you know, I have to say that sending to getting the chankura. So please, all that I ask from you is for you to actually share on all your social media platforms and to tell your friend, to tell their friend, to tell that friend, to tell that friend, to subscribe, to like, and not only like, but just to like, you know, interact with me. So I thought that I should do like a very, you know, light video. I have been, you know, pretty much very hectic you know, in the past weeks, or rather in the past videos. So I saw it fit to actually do, you know, something very fun, you know, something laid back, you know, basically introducing a bit of, you know, Athi-Lilitha on my channel. And so I decided to do like an assumptions video, and you know, you guys know how it goes. If you don't know, people basically tell you, you know, some of the assumptions that they had about you. So obviously, because I'm a Sangoma and you know, the youthful, you know, it's a Sangomas a fly, I decided to actually, you know, just say people could, you know, speak about anything, be it related, you know, in relation to Sangoma as a whole or Athi-Lilitha. So let me just get straight into it. Yes, getting most quick braids. You know. Okay, so the first person said that you do not talk to random people. I don't know how to respond to that one, simply because I love speaking, but at the same time, you know, I read the room. So for instance, if we're standing in a queue, oh, so if we're standing on the queue and I so happen to get agitated, you know, then I would be the one to start a conversation. But that's if I'm having like a good day. But like on a bad day, I really do know how to keep my mouth shut. And yes, you are correct. Then, you know, on bad days, I really do not talk to random people. Someone said, oh, oh, thank you so much. You know, zindlondlo uzazba umhle. You understand? So like you wake up in the morning and you're just like, you know what, today entarisha. But you know, when someone else looks at you and you know, and that person is just like, you're so beautiful, you know, la assurance man, eda kula self-esteem, you understand? Like the normal walk, and then when someone is like instructed by say, a lady, you guys accept me, sister, I was central comma. In fact, let me change my walk now, man. It's a catwalk. So thank you so much for that one. Okay, someone said that you are family orientated and you would like to start your own. I'd like to start my own with what? Chagura. Okay, you're speaking future related, man. I'm not blaming you. Yes, you know, I love family. I love the whole idea of a family. But as for starting my own, amadoda will embarrass you. Children are expensive. So I don't know, really. I think I'm not too closed off on it, but at the same time, like, you know, when I'm writing my goals, it's not kaba, it is there. But you know, when I see, you know, beautiful families, you know, I cherish them, you know, I celebrate them, you know, I love it for them. But some in the senses are because girls, mali as a girl, you know, as independent. But I think yes, a part of me does like, you know, I do have that in me, you know, yeah. But I think just to sum it up, I am a lover. So I think if there's, you know, if there's one thing that I want, yes, I do want to love, and I do want to be loved. In terms of the whole perfect family spectrum, not too sure, not too closed off, but it's not something that Baba, you know, like I manifest. Man said, nah, that's not me. Okay, you absorb others' emotions and thoughts out of the blue. I think that one's a penlanjani. Yes, you know, that does happen. That does happen. Not out of the blue though. I don't know how I can put it, you know, to actually make it sound correct in like an English term, but like but like, you know, that does happen. Obviously we would get into a room and then I would like, you know, feel the motion as to like I love you so much. I never thought that Sangomas were so beautiful. A bang thing is this face. But thank you so much. I appreciate that. Appreciate it so much. Like in fact, the spiritual journey is no child's play. That is correct. You know, it's not something where you would choose to undergo. Like, I don't think there's anyone, you know, who would actually choose to undergo that journey by choice. And I see everyone is busy saying into yebungoma is like, you know, fashion and all of that. Guys, if you knew what I knew, then you'd know very well that because news you must trust. You are like a spiritual X-ray from afar. I think, yeah, you know, you're not the first one to say this, and I think this one links with the, you know, with the other one that said, you know, I am able to absorb the emotions and thoughts of people. You know, that does happen, but one thing that people must stop doing is the fact that in the Zambela, ati Thokozani Gogo ubona ndoni, ayibo. Who else would I be seeing? Sometimes it does happen, but you know, you do get to understand yourself as well as to then how to control yourself if you were to find yourself faced with that situation, so that you know, and then now all of a sudden, you know, you're that one, you know, you know, no, you know, so you do sort of like train yourself so that that doesn't happen. All Sangomas, I mean, I just think it's not, you know, a Sangoma related trait. I think if you're a mean person, you're a mean person. But you know, and you know, if you don't know how to handle that person, then the person might come across as harsh. But at that particular case, then like, you know, and you know, I think there was about 3 people that actually said they thought I was a meanie. Look at this face. Like, guys, I don't think I am a mean person, but you know, when I'm around people that I'm comfortable with, you know, I do exude that confidence where, you know, like in the outshare, I'm busy talking, I'm busy laughing. So I think when a person looks from afar, when confidence, there's a thin line between confidence and arrogance. So sometimes people don't know how to, like, you know, differentiate whether I'm confident or I'm arrogant. Then obviously arrogance it leads to people thinking like you're mean, you know? So otherwise, I'm not. And then there's like also people who said, you know, I was very loud and that in the adika and the works. Funniest thing is that those people are now my friends. Yes, like I said previously, I tend to be comfortable around people, you know, that I love, and so obviously I project like I don't know what you call it, but because I'm a very loud person. Yeah, for like like so I think they weren't entirely wrong. They were just, you know, they were just wrong about the fact that like, honey, please try again, like try next door, not to me, buffet. Another person said that you are snobby. I thought that you're a snobby, Gandhi. You are a classical. So I'm gonna link those two together. And so the other one said that, no, I saw your interactions with people on social media, and then the other one was like, man, in fact I realized you are a gassy girl. Am I a gassy girl? I think it's the fact that like, you know, that's something that I don't hide. That's something I am proud of. However, I never really got to be exposed up until last year. Like, you know, last year was where I actually got to experience gassy life. When I mean gassy life in terms of like the nightlife, you know, meeting gassy people, you know, speaking the terminologies like kseba fetu, you know, mojana, you know, all those things. But like, you know, I wouldn't say that I'm a snob, but I think sometimes people associate, you know, how you speak English with being snobby. Apparently, I do. I'm laughing because people hate it when I say apparently, but apparently I have a twang. So there is no Gogo. But I'm not that person. Like, you know, I think I speak, you know, normal English. I speak properly. Like the irony of me saying I speak properly, but then me in the bag, because I was just like, I speak properly. But like, yeah, man, guys, yeah. You know, I grew up in Kasi, but I was never really exposed to that. Like, when I was in Lukshin, I experienced the hardships as I say Kasi, but then because I was also, you know, experiencing the other side, then it might come across as me being snobby. But if there's one person who knows in Lala, it is definitely me. You're bossy. I get that a lot. I am bossy. If things don't go my way, then so I do have that element, but I think I deal well with people who are bossy. I always just manage to, like, you know, manage my way around such people. Not that but I just always try find like common ground. Okay. Someone had the assumption that I'm phone now, but nah, I get that a lot. Like I said, I'm a very sweet person, very giving, very loving. So so for instance, if you're like a guy and, you know, sometimes you might be overwhelmed by my affection because and so that's why then most guys then often think about, okay, in fact ingakhona is something eyenzekayo. But that's just me. Like, you know, I am just a sweetie, I am just a lover, I am just a non-bubbly person, you know. So shame, man, like, you're not the first one to think that way. There have been many, and I'm manning it now. You're more vocal than you were before. I don't think so. I think I've grown now. I've managed to, you know, to find a voice. I have managed to actually shy away from all insecurities, shy away from all fears, and just wake up and decide to do what I think, you know, will help others. So I think also it's the place where I'm at currently in life. Because I do think that, you know, we all experience phases in our lives, and so I think at this very phase that I'm in, you know, it's a phase that requires me to be vocal. So yeah, but I think I've always been vocal, but I've just never really had the platform, and now I've just really created that platform. Okay, look, I've always had it, but I think now the platform that I'm using, which is YouTube, which is like, you know, the kind of post that I post on Facebook, you know, portray me as being more vocal than I was before. Oh, Kukhanye is sex addicts. Again, man, like, it's a personality trait. You know, we're human. So if you're the bad bee, then obviously, you know, being a Sangoma has got nothing to do with that, except if like is restricting you from actually performing all those activities, you understand? But I think if you're a wild one, then you're a wild one, irrespective. And I love the fact that this wasn't directed to me, it was a general comment. Okay, you're strict but not uptight. And boring. That's true. You know, I used to be very conservative, but obviously, you know, I've learned to actually just not alter, but like I now have an open mind to certain things. Obviously, because I have explored more. I think I've lived. You know, I've explored more and I've been exposed to more things, you know, but I am very strict because I know, like, in terms of my line of work, I'm uncompromising. I will do them with the utmost respect as a jaka, but you know, when it's time to enter, then, you know, I will, you know, get come again. And then the last one. When it comes to ancestors, you have no choice. That person is not entirely wrong, because the calling catches up to you. I do think, though, that people don't know the processes, because, for instance, if you like aren't ready for uyok twasa, there is a thing called ukunqenqeza, which is obviously then, you know, you saying that I'm buying more time, but then even so is dependent on your ancestor, and it is dependent on, you know, how urgent the call is. But yeah, entirely there is no choice. But then the person, you know, carried on to say that you cannot negotiate. You know, that's what is being said. Yes, that is what is being said, but I don't know. I don't like to think of my ancestors as these monsters, right? Who are like selfish, who just want you to do what they want. I did say last week that you don't entirely have a choice, but I am of that belief that some things are negotiable, like, you know, because most it's like you communicating with them. So I am of that belief that you know, uyakwazi ukucenga, you know, uyakwazi ukubika, and other things like you're able to, you know, get away with, obviously if they're not in conflict with your practice, if they're not in conflict with what you are called to do, right? But I don't see ancestors as monsters. So just to basically answer you don't entirely have a choice, but then, you know, once you know you know, certain channels, then you are able to sort of, like, you know, maneuver your way around certain situations. Otherwise, Bafetu, thank you so much for watching my video. Hopefully next week, okay, for those who are watching for the first time, you'll be back, and hopefully you subscribe. Don't forget to share it on your social media platforms. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. But for myself, Gogo, Kukhanye, my policer, Thokozani.